this moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Giving the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Welcome back to session 3 of Young People Nation, guys. It's good to laugh, and laughter is good like medicine. So when you see us laughing, you're like, what were they talking about? Yeah, but we have fun. That's the beauty of it. And we have Team Hodge with us, and beautiful people of God. You need to listen to the previous episodes because we give the true introduction of who these two individuals are. They both love God. Very intentional husband, very intentional wife. Jesus. I went back to husband, but husband. Love his children, very dedicated to his family. She's very dedicated to her family. She loved nature. He is an electrician by trade. He is DJ
Kano.
What? Okay.
Everybody says no,
says that.
and that's cool, man. I'm told, man, I got 100 different names, so it's
Okay.
It's
So
all right.
DJ, if you need a DJ in the community, reach out to them. How do they get in contact with you if they want you to?
You could just hit me up on my cell phone. I'm not going to divulge that information right now.
Okay, so
but
can they
people know how to
hit
reach
you
me,
up
though.
on social
You
media?
can hit me up on social media.
Okay. So on Facebook and Instagram?
On Facebook, I'm not too heavy on the Facebook, but if you need to reach me, you know how to find me.
Okay, so
You know somebody that knows somebody
okay,
that
so
know me.
reach out to us.
Reach out to me.
Okay.
Don't call Tiff.
Yeah.
Okay, don't
that's
right. Don't no, because
He'll never get the message.
Yeah, don't call Tiffany.
But
I hadn't. I had to listen up for emergency contact. I had to tell them, listen, she may not answer. I might have to change this.
because she have so
'Cause
much
y'all gonna wind up calling me.
on my emergency, right?
Yeah.
I think it's something that
That's wonderful.
These two gifters, because they be having, they bless them. That mind be going, boy. And so they are really huge in the community. That's what we've been talking about. They're very intentional. She's the owner and operator of Tiffany and Powers. He's eventually going to be his electrician. I'm sure he's doing some things. But in any instance, he's an electrician by trade, and he's our personal electrician. And so we have hired him, and we will be your first clients, okay? And so, and that's right. And know you're going to pay when you're going over here, because these are gifts from God. And just like we paid Georgia Power, you're going to pay them.
That's
Okay,
good.
and
That's
when
good.
you walk away, I tell you, we have been in sessions with this woman, and it is powerful. And you walk away better. She doesn't give you that you got to stay and stay. No, you're going to what?
Work. You're going to do the work.
That's right.
Yeah. She didn't let me get away with nothing.
Yeah, and my husband, and he don't talk to people like that. So.
No.
But thank you all so much.
Yes.
So we talked about September 27th. We talked about picking up the pieces. Now, I do want to deal with going back to the mental health, because we didn't finish some things in session 2. And the mental health with people and watching people have breakdowns. I was at Kroger's. And when the card machine went down, and they said, okay, we're only taking cash, people staying in line. This lady right there in the middle of the street. I'm so over this. I mean, she had a total breakdown. And I stood there and I watched. I was like, okay, God, do I go over there? Because I do have some cash. Do I go over there? Someone else came up. Because I'm learning, because for me, I'll just go. You understand? And I've learned in my past, even in family, you just go sometime. God be like, I didn't tell you to do all that.
Well, I guess I'll stand in the middle of the street and say,
No, you ain't got to do that.
okay.
You got major coins over here.
Okay.
Okay? You will never be without. Okay?
Amen.
However, I saw her help. It was a meltdown. At my job, I've seen people in tears, and it's a blessing to have a leader. His signature is serve more, love more. He's been like that since he's been the CEO of SRP Federal Credit Union. And the whole team, Eric Jenkins, Liz Ponder, the board of directors, Sandra Bland DuVoe, and all those on the board, and then that trickles down to us that's in the branches, and you have the power to help a person because mentally, I know you're telling me to trust God, but I'm about to lose my car. I got a final notice on my house. I can't see where I'm going to get this help. But God sends a person and you didn't even plan to stop there, but you stopped. And that's where it was at. So the mentalness, the mental health in the moment, you talked about that in the last session. You are a specialist, and Kenya, I'm sure you've seen a lot too. And I know you've seen a lot with people, the breakdowns just in life, because life happens.
It does.
And just like, you recently, your father, when things happen and there's a loss of life and there's a loss of livelihood, let's talk about that mental health side.
I'm going to say I think we're overstimulated as a culture, as people. And so tough times will always be. But we're so used to getting things rapidly. When that is now taken away, we don't know what's next. Again, it's just lack of planning and preparation. And so we're going to react because it's like a toddler. My device is not working. And so the only thing I know left to do is I have to have an outburst. I have to get it out. The frustration has to come out one way or the other because I haven't planned. I have no preparation, and I'm here, and I can't put any pieces together. So, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So I have to do something. And so breakdowns happen because of it. Some people can muster through hard times because they may have experienced a lot of them. I know what it's like to not have power.
Yeah, that's my husband talked about that. Yeah.
So, is it an inconvenience? Yes, but I know what to do. We may not have 1,000 candles, but I got enough for us to get to the bathroom and hold and a flashlight and things like that. Some people, I know what it's like not to have cash. So guess what? I'm not going to be in a gas line.
Okay.
I'm going to just stay still, which is hard for us as a society.
Yeah.
Because we're always go, 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 go. And this was a moment of stillness and community and pulling together the resources that you have amongst where you are. Not necessarily go out and find, but because we are so forward moving and I got to be over here and I got to get all the gas and I got to get all the chicken and I got to get all the bread. We're a panic society and that's how we respond. Instead of being still in a moment and really saying, okay, what's the plan? What's the move? And then go execute the plan, execute the move. That is what's missing. And so our community was able to do that.
Okay.
What's the plan? What's the move? One day we had the men go out. Everybody don't need to go out.
Okay. Yes.
It's dangerous out there. So the men go out. Okay. They bring back what they found. And then the women go out. And then we bring back what we find.
And big shout out to y'all, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm still impressed on y'all on their route. I mean, they went far, but they came back with some stuff. And I was thoroughly impressed, and I appreciated that because that's what teamwork is about,
That sounds like that Proverbs 31 woman.
Yeah.
See, y'all the living word of God. I'm telling you, all was a whole Bible study.
Yeah, I mean, and it was awesome because just working together and just piggybacking off of what Tiff was saying, with the breakdowns, the mental breakdowns, just my small way of looking at things. If you're not in a bowl of community or around people that you know who are either some go-getters or problem solvers or something, it does make it that much difficult.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay.
I know in the mentorship that I'm in, we allow the kids, we always want to raise leaders. But, I love the honesty of some of these kids because who's a follower, and some will raise their hand.
Okay.
And that's awesome. And our words to them is just know who you're following.
Right.
And those will be the same words that I advise to people.
That's
If
good.
you don't have that kind of problem-solving technique, at least know who you can go to, because that's how you can avoid the mental breakdown. Because
Right.
it's really just a lack of what to do, and you don't know how to stand still to let God do what He's going to do.
Okay.
So you trusted in the system, which has failed.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't have your anchor in God, so now you don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have no relationship with certain people,
Wow.
so now you just left alone, and that's how that mental breakdown
That's
actually
good right
happens.
there.
And your community is social
Wow.
media, which you can't get to.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow.
So you got your hopes in the wrong places.
Yeah.
You
Or
got
the
your
television.
connection. Yeah, you got your connections in the wrong places.
Wow.
How
So you got
often-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Often I think about in the scripture we talk about those ants bringing stuff into the storehouse and preparing and all. 'Cause I remember we met two young ladies that were asking us did we have any gas at the apartment and
Yeah.
all because they failed to go out and put gas in their car when they had a chance and they send there with an empty tank. I get it later. Somebody give me something,
Yeah.
and you won't have enough gas to get out of the parking space.
And we paused, to your point, not just run like Eugene, go home and we paused and talked to our daughter. Hey, do you know them? And did a assessment because we didn't know them, and I don't have to know you to help you.
Correct.
Right.
However, it's like is this what I need to be doing?
You still need to check some boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
understand.
so when we heard back from my daughter, oh no, okay, leave that alone.
Yeah.
Leave that alone. Okay. Just like I knew of someone that didn't have gas in their car, and I said I told my husband, I said, I think in that home they're trying to teach them, because I've told you to keep gas in your car, and you choose to ride around on fumes. So I'm gonna let you figure it out
Figure it out.
right now, because I'm good, but you ain't good, and not preparing
Right.
or listening, because he's huge about that. He don't go past half. Nope,
Yeah.
you need to fill up.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yep.
That's right. And so, but that's good that I like how you broke that down. You're not connected to God, and I like what you said, but you're connected to social media, what you can't get to.
Can't get to it.
And so, and then you didn't connect with the community that you should connect with. So you're there and that by yourself, and you feel alone, and that's scary. And now you're in your own head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's where fear come in. The enemy get talking to you about what you gonna do. That's I believe that's where some of the people going to break in and robbing and stuff because they're in their own head.
in their own head. Yeah.
But also with that social media that they're connected to, you got to fact check and make sure the information is right and just don't run with it.
Yeah.
Because that's like when we listen to that thing with a certain individual sent out, they pass it on from somewhere else about the immigrants getting all the money and Ukraine getting this certain amount of money.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize that once you fact check that, it wasn't true. And therefore, by them running it, and then they running that, getting to the next person, and the next person, you have fed
Spreading
fear, falseness, and all.
Yes.
Because Ukraine don't get the physical money; they getting the weapons, weapons and all. And weapons cost money, and therefore they're not getting the physical cash. And even the people that's out there in these places and all, they're getting aid. They're not getting physical cash, money in these situations, just like people that got messed up with the storm. They're not physically walking over and getting them cash like that. They standing in an area where the stores have been wiped out. What are they gonna do? Stand there with $200 in your pocket, but you have nowhere to spend it because there's no buildings.
Right.
I mean, you got to face reality and use some common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and do your homework.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you have people, social media is not a bad system. It has become a way of life.
Mhm.
And I don't think it was supposed to be designed for that because,
Mhm.
again, it pulls away from this.
Mm-hmm.
It pulls away from human interacting.
Mhm.
And things like that happen to kind of, again, bring us back out. And to your point, when you're in a moment and you have no anchor nowhere,
Mhm.
you are depressed, as you should be. That is rational. You
Yes.
should be depressed.
Mhm.
You should be angry. You should be frustrated because you've put your trust in something that cannot hold you. That
Mhm.
system is not designed for that. We are born to communicate with
Yes.
each other
Yes.
and to live off the land and
Yes.
to be of some type of service to others. So even in a disaster moment, it shows how weak we have become
Mhm.
as people.
Yes.
And I don't mean, well, yeah, physically we're weak. I'm going to say it.
Mhm.
And mentally we're weak
Mhm.
because we've put all of our strength and mind and body into a gadget.
You're right,
Mhm.
physically, man, because they didn't want to get out there and lift them trees. Them trees is heavy.
Them trees were heavy.
And
Yeah.
even just holding it off because the cleanup was real.
Cleanup
Yeah.
is real. Yeah.
And a huge thank you to our frontline workers.
Yeah,
That's
most
right.
definitely
Huge,
out there.
huge thank you
Yeah.
because they got out there and these guys, you could tell they were working.
They were working.
They're working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you
Yes.
got people driving, and this is how another mental thing.
Mhm.
You're just driving like you didn't know a day ago that there was a light there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
we're just moving like we're in what's one of them games
Twilight
the kids
Zone.
play,
Mhm.
Roblox or
Uh-huh.
Fortnite.
Okay.
And like I'm just gonna go
Mhm.
and that's where we are.
Mhm.
I'm in my car. You better stop
Mhm.
or not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're not considerate.
Yeah. We have to
Yeah.
be reminded of if there's no light, treat it like a four-way stop.
Right.
We have to
Yes.
be reminded of that.
Right.
It was like the 1920s out there.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With no street lights, I don't know if that's the correct time, but
Yeah.
just saying back
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
day.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's no lights.
Yeah.
There's no lights. And so here we are living in a world that says everything is go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Everything is go. You can do what you want.
Mhm.
Go, go,
Mhm.
go. You better stop.
Well, that's why that black guy invented that stoplight.
That's what
right.
he did.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow. So
Sometimes you got to wait.
Sometimes you have to wait.
and that's what I'm taking away from this session.
Yeah, you gotta
You just
wait.
need to sit still and
Mhm.
wait.
Just pause.
Right.
One of the best things that I witnessed was I was not the one to wait in them gas lines. Thank
Okay.
God that I had gas. So I was
See?
able to run a few times, but out
You
on
heard
one of the
from the Lord.
runs. Yeah. On one of the runs,
Mhm.
we wound up going into Aiken on like exit 29, and we kind
Right.
of circled back because the plan was to get stuff, but I started running out of fuel. So my
Mm-hmm.
brother, he actually had some fuel that he was going to take up to my parents.
Okay.
And they live closer by us. So anyway, called an audible. All right, we can't go as far as we wanted to because there's traffic. Let's just get out here, circle back.
Yes.
We may not get that fuel to my parents, but it'll get us back home.
Yes. Yes.
So I wound up seeing a gas station, I forget on which road, and kind of busted Yui able to get in there.
Yes.
And it was just pleasant. And that's one of my takeaways too. Like in crisis, if you have that sense of calm, everybody can get what they need.
Right.
And I was in and out of there 15 minutes. They had people directing traffic, We had some water and some stuff in the car because we was going to ride. And I'm offering them water. Hey, we got water, thank you. But, it was just, if we just continue to be considerate and pleasant in
Right.
these times,
Yes.
everybody will get what they need.
Yes.
'Cause
Community.
it's there. And it was quick.
Yes.
It was quick. It was
love it.
order.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the best things that I witnessed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Besides the community and the giving. And I'm proud of people because, true colors were shown and,
Yes.
Right.
and inspiration was there for
Yes.
others to come out and,
Yes.
and be a part of it.
Yes. Yes. Wow. This is session 3.
Ah,
And just that fast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for what you all have exemplified community on another level. And I just know your children and the children around you, they're going to remember this forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Tiffany, if they need to get in contact with you for counseling, how do they do that?
They can call me. My number is 762-221-1734. They can also send me an email. My email is tiffany@tiffanyempowers.me. And they can visit my website at www.tiffanyempowers.me.
I tell you, if you need a counselor, you'll get it done.
Yes.
So thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. And we're in session 3. And again, we never know who's listening. And this is a mental health platform that God has many ways of helping us. But again, we always go back after every session, thanking God, thanking our community, thanking it's taken all of this for us to sit here today. So we never take it for granted. Thank you publicly, privately. You know who you are. Thank you all so much. The prayers, the finances, all that you do, the encouragements, the text messages. You're just feeding what God is telling us to do, and we're grateful because we didn't see this at all. So again, we don't know who's listening. We got the 741-741. That's free 24/7 services. There's the 988 hotline. There's the NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness, and you can go to their website and the state you live in, and you can get connected with that individual or those people. You can call the 211. That's a general community resource number. And please do not suffer in silence. Please do not. You're not alone. There is 911, if nothing else. Mr. Perry.
Well, as you go through everyday life, don't let social media be like alcohol, liquid courage. Whatever you can say to a person that you would say to their face, because when you say it online and you can't see them or talk back to them, you get that liquid courage. So don't let social media be the base of lies and inconsistencies and untruths that you wouldn't say in front of another person standing in front of you, because you can make a difference in another person's life. Remember, this has been Young People Nation, and remember, there is always hope.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.